Okay, I'm back. I'm going to try this again. Good morning or afternoon, Diva Nation, WRJRians. It's your girl, Miss Diva. And got two for you today. I don't know if Michelle is back, but thank you for tuning into the other one. It just said my connection was weak, and I know when it says that, the playback is just really crappy. So I figured I'd start over again. Okay, so have a young lady out in Connecticut who writes in saying, why can't this man communicate? I try to talk to him. I hate talking via text, especially when I write a dissertation, her words. I've used that myself. Hey, Darnell. Good morning. And I get a 1 or 2 word response back like K, okay, thank you. You know, no real conversation. Okay, and it's funny that this was the one I pulled out of my box because I've had this same discussion with friends and with my significant other. Like, why won't you talk to me? And then it finally clicked in my head that it's not that they can't or won't talk. I think they're just wired differently from us. Because I go back, hey, BB, and I look at some conversations that we've had via text or anything like that. And the prevailing thing is I've written this long, drawn-out diatribe to say something just so minute. And so to get a 1 or 2 word response, I'm like, really? But then when I go back and look at what I wrote this long novel to say, hey, this is what I want. This is what I need. This, whatever the topic may be. So I don't think it's that they don't talk. They don't talk as much as we do. Let's just keep it real. I remember I just like really poured my heart out to him one day. And again, with the 2 word response. And I'm sitting here like, he just really doesn't care. What is wrong with him? So I go back and I look. And I could pick out 2 things which would have required maybe 6 to 8 words to say that he was probably responding to, and that was all I needed. So, like I said, I think we're just wired differently. We just talk. Where they're straight to the point. It's like, look, this is what it is. Boom. Be done with it. Yeah, I think we go overboard. Because, yeah, if I showed you guys any of our text conversations, you'd be like, girl, shut up. So, Miss Connecticut, I don't think it's that he doesn't care or he's not receptive of what you're feeling or not even caring about what you're feeling. I think it's just that they're designed differently. They look at a few words and they respond to that. So if you want him to respond to you and talk to you, keep it brief, keep it short. Like, I asked him for a love letter. What I got was about 8 words. That's all I needed to know. So if you take that approach to it, then you guys will get somewhere. It doesn't always have to be a novel. It doesn't have to be. So try to look at it that way. Dimitri is saying women are from a different planet. I think we are. We just, I don't know. I get on my own nerves and I go back because I keep these messages because some of our conversations are just so much fun. We have a very playful relationship. There's so much fun. I go back and I reread some of these things, especially when he's gone, because it makes me feel closer to him and the foolery of it all. He's a man of few words, but he makes his point. Hey, Lindsay, it's the Tar Heel Prince, y'all. He's a man of few words, but he makes his point. I, on the other hand, yeah, And Demetrius saying, ha 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 ha, I get sick of myself too. Yeah, I definitely get sick of myself. And I was telling him, I think as women, we're entirely too hard on men, because especially in the communication realm, because simply, like Demetrius said, I think we're from a different planet. We're just wired differently. Hey, Greg. So, cut him some slack. Lindsay, I got your chatterbox. But, there's some men out here like us, too, and that's really surprising. But for the most part, they just want, tell me what it is you're trying to say and be done with it. The only time he's ever had a problem with just being, like, right to the point was when it was something he really didn't want to have to tell me, or it was hard for him to tell me. So he went over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house, waved as we passed. I'm like, okay, look, just say it, and he was able to say it. But women, by nature, just talk. Miss Connecticut, keep it brief, straight to the point, and I guarantee you will find that conversation is better. Just a thought. And got an update for you guys for Miss Should I Propose? If you guys watched the videos last week, exactly, Lindsay, don't expect us to know, just say it. That's another thing. We do all this stuff, hey Tamisha, and expect them to just be able to read our minds, or we don't give them enough information about what it is we want them to know. They're not mind readers. We're not mind readers. That's why effective communication is very important. Don't expect them to read your mind, just like we can't read theirs. So just say it, like the Nike commercial. Just do it. But anyway, Miss Should I Propose? And her intended actually wrote back in. It was a three-way conversation. And I don't know if you guys remember, this was last week. She had been with her man off and on for not off and on. They've been together for 9 years, going on 10. She's doing everything that a wife should do anyway, and she was upset because there's been no proposal, no ring. He wrote in the next day saying that the reason he hadn't proposed is because he was afraid of her saying no, because he feels like there's an underlying issue with the fact that early in their relationship, he stepped out, and as a result, he has another child. He wasn't sure if she was still gonna, how she would deal with that, if she was okay with this after all this time, because the child is now 7. So yeah, it was very early in the relationship. So they wrote back in to say she didn't propose. They did talk about it, and in the end, he ended up proposing. So they're going to be getting married. I'm going to be getting an invitation. Yay! So I guess I'm going to Cancun for a wedding. What he realized was, again, this whole effective communication thing. All he had to do was talk to her. All she had to do was talk to him and listen to each other. That's the part of conversation that most people don't seem to understand. They listen to respond. They don't listen to actually hear what that person is saying. There's a big difference. You got to be able to hear each other in order to listen. And Demetrius saying congrats to the couple. Yeah, congratulations. Almost said their names. But, when you ask me for anonymity, that's what I'm going to give you. And Lindsay saying, and also, there's ways to say things, but say it where it's demeaning and talking down to the significant other. Oh yeah, you talk down to me, that's the quickest way for me to shut down. I'm not going to talk to you like you're 2. You're not going to talk to me like I'm a 2-year-old. You're not going to be disrespectful. I'm not going to disrespect you. There's got to be that mutual respect. I agree with you, Lindsay. You have to be respectful and mindful of that other person's feelings. Hey, Todd. And Lindsay is saying congratulations to the happy couple. So when I send y'all some pictures from Cancun, y'all know where I am, why I'm there. So I'm happy for them. She said they're talking more, and it is more effective. And she understood why he felt that way. She just wished he had said something sooner. And for that matter, she wishes she had said something sooner. 9 years, that's a long time. I've been there. Whew. And Greg is saying, kisses babe back to work with me. Men have a short attention span. Be quick and direct or else you will lose us in the conversation. And Tati's saying, congratulations. Exactly, Greg. They do have short attention spans. You have to be mindful of that. Again, none of these dissertations or diatribes or novels, especially in written form, just say what you got to say. Be done. And Lindsay, of course, this is the Tar Heel Prince. This is the one I look up to as far as DJ skills. He's saying, if they need a DJ, let me know. Hashtag have DJ will travel. I'm going to have to take you with me. I am so excited for them. So I'm glad in the end it turned out the way I really feel it should be. He proposed to her. Although she was ready to just, hey. So I'm happy for them. Once again, congratulations. Meanwhile, I'm going to go. I still am looking for couples. Send me those emails, those videos. Let me know something about you as a couple. And you could win a prize. Also, we're still doing call in and win because it's Love Unlimited month here at WRJR. So still got prize packages going out for the end of this month. So far, the grand prize winner was Lindsay and Karen. They won the dinner for two, the chocolates, the wine. They won that whole little package. And then I had two call-in and win winners. One was Ray Bannister, the other was Al Felton. And then I had a trivia contest winner that Tar Heel Prince put on the page, Tommy McFarland. So there's still prizes out there to be had. So make sure you tune in for Love Unlimited Live every Friday and Saturday night from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. out east, 8 till 11 p.m. out west, and then Old School Cool Down every Sunday from 5 to 8 p.m. out east, 2 to 5 p.m. out west. And also on Fridays, it's a Prince Queen takeover. So make sure you get your tickets for the Old School Express. He comes on before me, so he's from 7 to 10 out east, which is 5 till 8 out west. So make sure you tune in. Bye-bye. Be blessed.